We have 19 presidents in the game. 5 from the modern day, and the rest are from, well, quite some time ago. We got familiar faces like Donald Trump here in China, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama here in Africa, Joe Biden, and of course, George Washington. Joe Biden's at war with Obama, Martin Van Buren's at war with Millard Fillmore. Yeah, things are happening. I'm not sure if William is going to be able to survive. I also don't think James Madison is going to live for very long at all. William is getting eaten up right now. He's getting completely destroyed. So is James Madison. I mean, look at James right now. He's just not doing too good. Zachary Taylor is kind of losing a little bit to Andrew Jackson. Fillmore is kind of struggling still. They're against John Quincy Adams and Martin Van Buren. John Tyler is only dealing with Bill Clinton, but as you can tell, they're kind of struggling right now. I mean, John barely has any manpower. I just now noticed that I forgot to add John Adams. Whoops. Well, there's still plenty of presidents here. Here's the front with Barack Obama and Joe Biden. Barack is probably confused about why he's in Africa right now fighting Joe Biden. James Madison is, well, not dead yet. Oh, well, never mind. James Madison is dead now. And now James K. Polk wants to get a piece of John Tyler. Also, we can't forget about William Henry Harrison, which is in a complete mess right now. Zachary Taylor is fighting off Andrew Jackson, and on top of it, George Washington. George is having some success over here in the Panama. Everyone's going back to war with William Henry Harrison because of the peace deal. You get a second chance at survival, William. George Bush is getting defeated by James Madison a little bit. That's kind of embarrassing for George. I'm not sure why that's happening. William is going to war again. They signed a white peace. Despite the fact that Millard keeps on losing tons of troops, I believe Millard has taken back a little bit of territory. Alright, so William is at war again. They just signed a white peace for like the 5th time. 5 seconds ago, Millard had 200,000 manpower. Now he's only down to 10,000. Whoa, never mind. Wait, look at that. Look at it go. It's dropping so fast. Wow, I can't believe it. You just get 1,000,000 troops, then it's gone within a day. George Washington is right outside of the Capitol for Zachary Taylor. Trump keeps on signing a white peace with William for some reason. I didn't think this would happen, but you know what? Millard is starting to make a comeback. Alright, so I went ahead and just did a peace deal with Thomas Jefferson, Donald Trump, and James for William because, well, they just kept on white peacing. Donald Trump is now at war with James Monroe, and that's not going to be good for James. Well, Millard, I guess this is going to be it for Millard. I mean, Millard is not taking care of this invasion by John at all, just not even paying attention to it. I mean, Millard lost 7 million troops. This is a giant pocket that they just closed. That's going to be really bad for Millard. Well, I don't know what happened, but John Tyler was able to gain some territory back. But as we saw with Millard, things go back and forth pretty quickly. So, John Quincy Adams and Martin Van Buren are now at war with each other. One thing we haven't checked on is Barack Obama and Joe Biden. Barack has slowly crept his way up through Egypt and Africa. I don't even know what you're doing, George. I don't know what you're doing. You're just letting James survive. James is very weak, you know. He's got like 4 factories. Thomas Jefferson, who are you at war with? Nobody. So Thomas is not fighting anyone right now. Martin is completely out of manpower right now. Except he's got a lot more factories than John does. But, oh, finally, Zachary Taylor was destroyed. Well, apparently Zachary was puppeted. Sure, I guess. Anyway, George is now in war with Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson just lost the Panama Canal, and they're continuing to lose territory against these American tanks. George Bush just declared war on James K. Polk. This is going to make things very interesting, and it'll probably help out John Tyler quite the amount. Well, George, I think that was kind of a bad idea because you're not doing too well right now against Polk. You just got all these troops encircled here. Van Buren continues to lose a little bit of territory, except I think everything has calmed down for now. Bill just declared war on Thomas Jefferson. If you don't know, Thomas has been kind of chilling here for a long time. Bill is making progress against Thomas Jefferson. This shouldn't be really a surprise. Bill is a lot stronger than Thomas Jefferson is. Looks like Martin Van Buren is going to be finished off any time now. So Bill Clinton just declared war on John Quincy Adams, and Donald Trump declared war on James K. Polk. Yep, Bill's going, that's for sure. And Bill also now declared war on James K. Polk, which makes things even more interesting. So Joe Biden declared war on Van Buren. Thomas Jefferson making a move on Bill Clinton right now. John Quincy Adams was able to contain some of Van Buren, at least in the South, but North Van Buren is getting bigger and kicking out Joe Biden. Alright, so some weird things happened. Millard Fillmore was liberated, and, well, Bill still exists, but Bill is pretty small right now. Buren just refuses to die, doesn't he? I mean, he just keeps on going. 18.54 million. I mean, when are you gonna take a break? Oh yeah, Van Buren has been making a big comeback. And also, yeah, Millard is back, I guess. And Millard is at war with Bill Clinton. Oh, okay, Bill has a pretty big army still. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Alright, well, rest in peace, Millard. And Bill just declared war on Buren again. Yeah, Bill, you couldn't defeat the Buren. Polk just declared war on Buren. That makes things a lot more interesting. I'm not sure what that's going to do, but we'll have to see though. I like how Andrew Jackson and George Washington are just slowly duking it out. I mean, this is some really bad terrain, so I don't blame them for not doing anything. Somebody's got to take Tyler out at some point. He can't just continue to chill here and do nothing. Buren is looking pretty weak again. I don't think he'll be able to recover this time, though. I think he's about done. I mean, he's lost about 30 million troops in total. I like how Millard is at war with Bill Clinton right now. Bill is technically a puppet of Van Buren right now. It's like those games where you're spectating and then you can play some extra games while you're spectating. Yeah, it's kind of like that right now. You just got Millard and Bill, two defeated countries, duking it out. I mean, it's about time that Buren throws it in the towel because I wouldn't want to lose 36 million. Alright, there's a peace deal. So Buren was destroyed and Fillmore was liberated because of that. Alright, that's odd. John Quincy Adams is going after Millard Fillmore now. An old enemy. They're fighting once again. We got a big war between Quincy Adams and James K. Polk. That's going to be exciting to see. I like how James Monroe and Trump are still fighting each other. I mean, let's see, it's 7 million for James Monroe and 6 million for Trump. I mean, they've kind of just been doing nothing. You got all these little countries in Africa now. Barack Obama owns a railway gun over here. I don't know why or how, but okay. Oh wow, so John Tyler took 59 states. George took 21, and John Quincy Adams took 48. Yeah, this is the peace deal here. Well, Tyler, you had a good run, but it's about over. George Bush just declared war on John Tyler. So we're going to see how that changes things up a little bit because, well, nothing has really happened so far over here. Joe Biden also just declared war on John Tyler, so it looks like everybody kind of wants to finish off John Tyler at this point. Wait, Joe, where are your troops at? I don't even understand what's going on. Joe just moved all his troops away. I'm not sure why you would do that. That seems like a really stupid idea. I'm not really sure what he's doing. I'm not sure how Joe is feeling right now. I mean, he's got 0 stability and 0 war support. Oh, James K. Polk was liberated. Alright. That was surprising. They took some land and then they just liberated him. But now, I mean, John Tyler is still here. He's just, you know, on this one island, I guess. But honestly, I just want to annex him because, well, there's really no reason for him to exist. There you go. Well, Adams, you gotta fight in Russia again. Polk has been completely removed from this world, so I'm kind of curious. So George is at war with Thomas Jefferson, Quincy is at war with Thomas Jefferson. Okay, so basically everybody's at war with Thomas Jefferson right now. There was a peace conference, and most of Thomas Jefferson's land was taken away from him, but he's at war again with John Quincy Adams. Oh, so Adams is going after George Bush. Well, this should be pretty easy because George is pretty weak. So Donald Trump is also at war with Quincy Adams and Barack Obama. Things have been very quiet over here. Not much has happened lately. Seems like it's become a stalemate. But I think at this point we know who's going to win. It's going to be John Quincy Adams.